Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We will start today's session.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Right. Uh, Today we will start from uh, time tracking settings. You can set this time tracking settings from company, change company settings, general settings, and time tracking settings. Now here also we can set display inactive projects for selection on document lines. If you want to display, you can tick this option, and if you want to block that inactivated projects, you can untick this option. Furthermore, you can set lockdown date for time tracking settings. You can tick if you want to set a lockdown date, you can tick this option, set a lockdown date, and you can enter lockdown date. If you set a lockdown date prior to this period, you cannot enter any time tracking entries. We will move to time tracking. You can go to customers, select time tracking. From here, you can create your projects. Project means now for an example, you may start a consultancy company, accounting consultancy company, and you are providing accounting services for University of Peradeniya. And University of Peradeniya has several faculties, and you can create those faculties as your projects. And now in this example, you can create projects, and here this project active tick available. Now in this setting says display inactive projects for selection on document lines. Now if it is a inactivated project, if you untick this option, since that project will inactivated, so it will not display in document lines. That means when you are invoicing, you can invoice for your time, and those inactivated times will not display here. Right. Then next setting, set a lockdown date. If you set a lockdown date here, prior to this period, you cannot enter timesheet. Okay, now if you set a lockdown date, we have entered 30th June 2021. Prior to this period, we cannot enter our timesheets. Right, next option, outstanding balances. Now, from Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software, you can generate your customer outstanding report. You can go to customers, reports, customer balances days outstanding. And you can set a date, and you can generate your customer outstanding report. Now, when you are generating your customer outstanding report, you can view age analysis, current period, 0 days to 29 days, then 30 days. 30 days include 31 to 59 days, then 60 days, 90 days, 120 plus days. Like that, you can generate your outstanding customer outstanding balances. Okay. Now, from these settings, we are doing first one, monthly. If you tick this monthly option, when you are invoicing, now assume you are entering 1st of June invoice. Okay, then from this setting, it says deselect this option if you want to agent to work on the actual number of days. Now if you untick, it will calculate the actual days, but if you tick this option, system will calculate your age analysis uh, end of that month. Now for an example, if you are invoicing 1st of June, system will calculate number of outstanding days from 30th June. Okay, end of the month only system will calculate actual number of days. If you untick this option, system will calculate actual number of days. If you tick this option, system will calculate, now your invoice in 1st of June, but system will calculate outstanding days from 30th June. If you are invoicing from 5th of June, then also system will calculate outstanding from 30th June. Next option, the aging option can be determined based on either the invoice date or due date. Now, in run aging based on invoice date and due date, there are two options. When you are creating your customers, you can enter customer credit period. Here you can enter due date for payment, that is customer outstanding period or customer credit period. Now from this option, if you select invoice date, system will calculate uh, number of outstanding dates from invoice date. Okay, when you are calculating this, system will calculate from uh, actual number of days. But if you select due date, system will calculate your outstanding after considering your credit period. Now for an example, if you are invoicing on 1st of January, you are giving 30 days credit period, then system will calculate your outstanding days from 31st January. Okay, because you are giving 30 days credit period to that customer. If you select due date, system will calculate number of days outstanding from 31st January. Uh, if you select invoice date, system will calculate actual dates, but if you select due date, system will calculate uh, after considering that number of credit period for that customer. Right, now for an example, uh, if you invoice on 1st of April, if you select now you have a customer, you are giving 30 days credit period for that customer, and you will invoice on 1st of April. Now customer has 30 days credit period, then when you generate the your age analysis, even on 29th May, your credit, that customer credit will display on under current period. Okay, now you will invoice on 1st of April, even on 29th May, that means 59 days, still that customer outstanding will display under current period. If you select invoice date, then system will display that invoice under 30 days. Okay, 30 days means 31, 30 plus 59 days, the 30 to 59 days. Therefore, that invoice will display under 30 days age analysis. Okay, according to your company requirement, you can set this monthly uh, settings, and that age run aging based on invoice date or due date. Okay. Next, personal information. Now, actually, this is just because of Data Protection Act. You can select how many years you are keeping your that your customer supplier information, how many years you are keeping. You can select any number of years, and here you can enter reason for audit purposes or statutory uh, due to statutory requirement. Any reason you can enter here and you can save. uh, Even though you are select 1 year, there your data will save, but due to Data Protection Act, you need to mention how many number of years you are keeping records. Right, now you can set your time tracking lockdown date. You can set these outstanding balances settings and personal information. Okay. Next, we will move to tax settings. Now, assume you will start a company and you will uh, register for tax. In that case, you need to create tax rate in the system. And if you create tax rate and you are linking those tax rate to your customers and suppliers, when you are entering transactions, uh, those tax rate will apply for that customers and suppliers. Okay, sorry, there's some technical issue. Right. Now, if you are not a tax registered company, you can select no tax, and when you are entering transactions, system will not display taxes. Okay. When you are entering transactions, there's a tax rate. If you select no tax, when you are entering transactions, system will not calculate taxes for those transactions. Then there's another option, invoice-based GST. If you select this option, you can enter uh, tax rates. Okay, sorry for the inconveniences. Now, assume you are a tax registered company. Now, currently in Sri Lanka, tax rate, VAT rate is 8%. You can create tax rate or tax types here. By clicking this plus mark, you can add the tax rate and you can enter tax rate name. You are a tax registered company and you have different tax rates. You can create tax rates or tax types by clicking this plus mark, and you can enter tax name and tax rate. Assume you have different tax type. You can tick this default option. Then when you are entering transactions, this default tax rate will display in each transaction. Okay, right. Now, first we need to create tax types. From here, we can uh, select tax type, or we can rename these tax type. And if you have a different tax rate, if you want to remove, by clicking this red color minus mark, you can delete your tax rate. And if you want to add tax rate, by clicking this plus mark, you can add tax rate. Okay, if you are a VAT registered company, you can use this invoice based GST, and when you are entering transactions, those tax rates will display in your screen. Okay, next, tax details. You can enter your tax number here, your VAT registered number, and now here last tax period end date, you can enter that last tax end period. Now for an example, if you are implementing the system from 1st of April 2021, you can enter 31st March 2021 as your last tax period end date. And sometimes some companies may uh, submit their tax report or VAT report annual, monthly or quarterly. Based on your company, you can select your last tax submission date. Now, for an example, if you are monthly submitting, you can set 30th April 2021, or if you are quarterly submitting, you can set 30th June 2021. And here you can enter that tax period frequency. Okay, either it's if you are submitting tax rate monthly, you can enter 1, or if you are submitting uh, VAT report quarterly, you can enter 3 here. Okay, likewise, like that, you can enter your tax rates. Right, now you can create a tax rate. You can create VAT 8% and change the tax percentage to 8%, and you can enter these tax details. Okay, sometimes in practical situation, when you are implementing the system, you may not registered for tax or VAT. That time you can select no tax, and after that later you will meet that VAT registration requirements, and you will register for taxes. Then after you register for taxes, you can select that second option, invoice based GST, and you can create your tax types. Right, after you set tax rate, later you can generate tax reports. Like this, you can generate tax report, your tax output, tax input, your total tax liability you can generate from the system. Okay, next we will move to document and statements. From document and statements, we can design our layouts. We can set numbers for documents. For an example, for invoices, quotations, receipts, payments, we can set numbers from this document and statements. Okay, first statement messages. From statement messages, we can set a message. Now we can generate a customer statement from the system, and if they reach their credit limit, if they reach 30 days credit limit, credit period, we can mention please settle within due date. Like that, we can set messages in customer statements. First, we will run a customer statement. Now, when you are generating this customer report, this customer has 120 plus days outstanding. Now, in these settings, we have set if customer has 120 plus days outstanding, uh, there's a message, please settle immediately. Okay, like that, you can set a message here. And when you are generating your customer statement based on customer outstanding, this message will display here. This customer also having 120 plus days outstanding, therefore this message will display here. Okay, based on their customer outstanding, you can mention your message, and you can set that message from this statement messages. Next, document numbers. From here, we can set document numbers. Now, when you are implementing your system, you can set your document numbers here. You can set document numbers for quotations, sales orders, customer invoices, credit note, like that. For these transactions, you can set numbers. Now, current document number will display here, and next document number will display here. Now, in practical situation, currently you may use you are doing your accounting in manually, or you are invoicing manually, or you will use Excel or other software. Then assume your last invoice number is INV 100. That's INV 100. Okay, and when you are implementing this system, you can set your next invoice number as INV 101. Previous system it's 100. This system you can create it as, or you can set new document number as 101. After you set this number, next transaction onward, system will automatically increase that serial order, and automatically system generate that document number. Now, when you are invoicing, this is document number. You can set these document numbers from this document and statement, document numbers, and here you can set a number. For quotations also, there's a number. This number you can set from here. Okay, and one important thing, when you are setting any document number, that document number should be simple, and it should be meaningful. Now, in practical situation, uh, you can use any number, but for an example, if you set numbers, see, with three digits, assume 001 first number, then you can go up to 999 invoices only, because you have three digits, that you can go only for 999 invoices only. Now, if you have many transactions in your company, you can use 4 to 5 digits. Then if you use 5 digits, you can go up to 99,999. Okay, based on your company, you can set your document numbers. And some companies use now they will use year first for invoice numbers. To now, for an example, if you are in 2021, they will enter 2021, or sometimes they will combine year, month, and invoice number. Now, for an example, when you are invoicing, you may use 2021 06 and invoice number. Then if you are using that month also in your invoice number, every month you need to change that invoice number. Okay, because when you are reaching July, you need to change to 2021-07. Like that, if you are using that kind of number system, sometimes if you forgot to change that number when you are starting month, it will affect for your invoice numbering. Now I'll show you one example. Now assume you will use only 3 digits. Okay, assume first number is 001, then you can go up to 999. Then if your company has not much transaction, for an example, annually it's per month it's 2, 3, 4 invoices, then it's fine. But if you have more than 1,000 invoices per month, then you need then annually it's 12,000. Then you can use at least 5 digits. Okay, then you can go for 99,000, almost 100,000 invoices you can use. And if you are using any invoicing system, invoice number system, based on combining with your uh, year. Now, for an example, in 2021, you are using this invoice number for 2021-001. Then next year, you will change this to 2022-001. Then next invoice 2022-002. Like that, invoice number will increase. Sometimes you may use uh, year and month. Now, if you are invoicing in June, you may use 2021-06 and invoice number. But if you are using this kind of invoice number formats, it's sometimes if you forget to change in next month, it will affect for your serial number. Okay, right. Therefore, when you are selecting any number format, please use any meaningful number format. Okay, now in earlier before use system, sometimes many companies use this number system, year and month combining, because they cannot find where's the invoice number. Actually they are filing and they are keeping those files in racks, therefore it's difficult to find those invoices. Therefore they will use combining this year and month in the invoice number. But when you are using any computer based accounting software, it's not difficult to find your invoices. You can go to the transaction list and you can type your invoice number and you can find the invoice. Okay, you can type any number and you can find that invoice number. And after you set a invoice number, from next transaction onward, system will automatically increase that number. Now here, this number is 2537. The next invoice number automatically will generate 2538. Okay, like that, you can set your document numbers here. There are several transactions. These are customer transactions, supplier transactions, and item transactions. Those transactions numbers you can set from these document numbers. Okay, now you can enter few sample document numbers under this document number. Okay. Next, document descriptions. Now, from this system, you can enter quotations, sales orders, customer invoices, credit note, those document types. And when you are printing those documents, first time printing this original name, it will display that quotation, sales order, tax invoice, like that. But if you are printing second time, if you are printing more than one time, system will display with copy. Okay, and now if you are printing your supplier return second time, uh, system will display that document as copy supplier return. If you want, you can add copy before this transaction, and if you want to remove that type printing that copy, you can remove this copy. Okay, we will check one transaction. Okay, now when you are printing second time, this copy will display before this transaction name. Now, if you want to set due to controls, if you want to mention copy, if your user printing more than one time, you can set from here. Okay, and now you can see some transaction not printed, that first one printed, second one not printed. And if your users printing more than one time, you can set that second from second copy second printout onwards, it will display copy. Okay, now sometimes your users may print your invoices and take money from your customers. Therefore, when you are printing second time or more than one time, if you want, you can mention that copy in that transaction. That setting you can do from this document description. Next, document, customer document messages. Now, when you are entering transactions, you can enter any message here. We will open customer tax invoice. You can mention here now under customer invoices, we have mentioned bank, branch, Sampad or account number. That details will display here. Now, for an example, if you are sending purchase orders, you want to mention your delivery address, then you can type there, type under message. Then when you are printing that document, automatically that default message will print. Okay, for an example, if you want to mention your bank details in customer invoices. You can set under that document message. Then when you are entering transaction, that message will display in your transaction. Okay, now for an example, customer invoices, you can enter that what are the your bank details. Then when you are entering transaction or when you are entering customer invoice, this message will display in your transaction. Okay, these details here like that. If you want to display any messages, you can enter under this customer document messages. Now in quotation, if you want to mention validity period is 30 days, you can set from here. And when you are entering transaction, when you are entering customer quotations, that message will display. Okay, like this, it will display that messages. And if you are sending purchase orders, you want to mention that deliver to different address, you can enter that message here. Okay, this is first one, customer document messages, and second one, supplier document messages. Okay, you can mention supply invoices, supply returns, payments messages here. And when you are entering transaction, that default message will display in the transaction. Okay, now you can enter this statement document numbers. You can set document numbers, and you can set that customer document messages and supplier document messages. And you can first you can set that message here, and you can go to that transaction and check that default message will display in the transaction. Okay, after you set these numbers, you can save here also. After you enter that customer document numbers and supplier document numbers, uh, you can save. Okay, right, now you can enter, or you can set document numbers and customer and supplier document messages. Okay, you can set those default messages for customer documents and supplier documents. Next, we will move to invoice and system layouts, statement layouts. Now, from here, after you create your invoices, you can print your customer invoice or customer transactions. Like this, you can view your document. Now, actually, there are few layouts available, and if you want to design any layout, now here there are few design layouts available. You can check it from here. This default modern, default plain, default classic, like that layouts available. And if you want to create, or if you want to design any layout, you can download that accounting custom layout designer app, and you can design your layouts yourself. Okay, uh, you can download that app from by clicking this button, clicking here button. Then there will another window will open. From that window, you can select desktop add-ons and downloads, and click this image, accounting custom layout designer for Windows, and click this download and install now. Okay, from this app you can design your invoice or your transaction layouts. Okay, you can design your quotations, customer invoices, sales orders, purchase orders, delivery note. Those documents you can design from this app. Okay, you can download that app now. Go to documents and statements, select invoice and statement layout, click this, clicking here blue color button. After that, select desktop add-ons and downloads, and click this accounting custom layout designer for Windows. After that, another small window will open. From that, you can click this download and install now button. Then that app will download. Okay, you can try now. after you click this download and install now, then that app will download, and from here you can run this app. Okay, go to show in folder that download and you can right click and uh, select run as administrator, then that app will download. Okay, after you download and run that app, you can view this icon in your desktop, accounting custom layout designer. And you can double click that icon. Okay, after you double click that icon, new window will open. You can enter your email address and password. And you can log into that design. After that, from here you can select that which document you are going to design. If you are designing codes, sales orders, tax invoices, credit notes, you can select first option. And if you want to design customer statement, you can select second one. And if you are designing supplier purchase orders, supplier invoices, or supplier returns, you can select third one. And if you are designing supplier statement, you can select fourth. And if you are designing customer delivery note, you can select the last one. Now for an example, if you are designing tax invoices, you can select first option. And when you select that tax invoices, there are some default layouts will display, and you can select in one option. any layout from here and select design. Okay, then this layout will display here current report name. It will display default classic. And now if you want to design new layout, please change or rename this layout name. You can click file and select save as, and you can enter your layout name like that. You can enter any name, invoice or quotation, you can select enter. And after you save, you can view that that layout name will change. Okay, this new layout, now you can do your changes. Okay, actually this designing is not difficult, not like early days. Early days it's very difficult to design uh, any invoice layout or any document. But now even without any IT knowledge also, you can design your layouts yourself. Okay, by clicking this field list, you can select any details from here. Now customer details, that document line is these document lines. Then customer document header means these document details, customer name, document number, date, those details like that. You can select what's the field you want to add to this invoice. Then you can drag and drop that field name. Okay, just drag and drop. Now if you want to uh, display your customer email address in this invoice layout, you can just drag and drop that email details. Okay, after that you can save. And also uh, actually currently also that invoice layouts available. If you want to change, you can change from here. And you can change that text style or text styles from here. You can select, or and also if you want to bold, you can bold, italic, underline, like that you can do. And if you want to change colors, you can change from here like that. Those changes you can do very easily, you can do. And from here also, if you want this font, that appearance will display here. From here you can change. Now if you want to select change this label, font size and font style, you can click that font. And you can select any font style, font and font style sizes you can change. And you can increase that length, height, with from just dragging, you can change the size. Okay, and if you want to remove any field from here, you can just delete. Now for an example, this layout tax numbers available. Assume you are not a tax registered company, then you want to remove this tax number and tax numbers. Then you can just go select that label and you can click delete, and you can delete that uh, details or that labels. Okay, And also there are these are labels. Okay, you can select from here. Labels are you need to enter details, okay, in labels, but this field list fields, system will fill that details. Now for an example, if you want to mention now here customer tax number, this is a label. This label drag and drop from this left side, and this tax reference is a field. Okay, you can see this database icon available, that fields, those details will fill from the system. Okay, now in here also this number, that document number has a database icon, that is that document number. This invoice number fill from the system. Then there's a label date, and here date is date field, its values filled by the system. Now this label data you can change by typing there, right? Like that you can design your invoice layout. This is not a very difficult one. You can gradually practice this how to design layouts. Okay, first download that app. After that you can, after you download that, you can view this icon. First download, then run that setup. After that the icon will display in the desktop. You can log into that designer by entering your username and password. After that you can select any layout and rename that renamed layout. You can change or design according to your requirements. Okay, now please download and log into that uh, app. Okay, we will go for short break. We will start by 4:40 p.m.
Hello, everyone. I think Mr. Chandna has dropped out from the meeting. Now I spoke with him. Seems it's difficult for him to log in again. So shall we end the meeting now? And we will again have the class next week. Is that okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Thank you.